Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Virgo for November 2022. Keep in mind it's general, take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest, go about your day, and know that no matter what messages come through, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make, and the steps you take in your world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. To me, that's personal freedom. It's personal power, and it's something that lies at the tips of your fingers and soles of your feet, so use that power to do wisely, my friends. For all my subscribers, I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you feel like this resonates and you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. Join the journey with me. I'd love to have you along the ride. And guys, remember, it's the end of October. It's the end of November, so this message may not necessarily be for November. It could be for coming up, something that's happened in the past. I made a slip and said October, so we could also be picking up on situations from the past. Again, take it how it resonates, but just know as well this may be something that it's kind of like what I heard is a cautionary tale or something that just to be aware of. So what I have here is the Mario Duge Messages of Life Oracle, and we'll get a little spiritual advice going forward. I have I reap what I sow, and this comes back to that cautionary tale. Is what I heard is that we want to make sure that the energy we're putting out is the energy we'd like to receive. So if we are, what I heard is kind of being snippy with people, we may expect that kind of snippiness back, okay? If we are being of light and love to other people, we're hoping and expecting that back. That's not to say everybody's going to fall in line with that, but this is also knowing that what I heard is if you don't plant the garden, nothing's going to grow. Maybe weeds, but let's get what the card says, okay? I am aware of all that I create around me. Sooner or later, all that I do and all that I think comes back to me in some way. Be it positive or negative, I will reap the fruits of what I have sown. Therefore, I abundantly fill my life with light and love. For all the seeds of light I sow, I will harvest the greatest richness. And what I heard is, what I heard is manifestation prophecy, but this is also knowing that the more good we do, the more we live our life in purpose, the more we live our life in love and light, we do reap what we sow. Now, it may not necessarily be financial gain. It could be abundance in different ways. And this is what I heard as Spirit is guiding you and challenging you to see abundance in a different way, as well as to remember the seeds that you're sowing. They're really important. So stay focused on your goals and be proud of your accomplishments. Even if you seem or you think that they may seem small, do not diminish those accomplishments, because no matter how great or small, you made them happen, my friends. So they're giving me an example of like a scale, and it could be that if you're on a weight loss journey, or you've been working out, or you've been cutting crap out of your diet and eating healthy, and you look and it's been a week and you lost 1 pound, and you're like, what? That's not worth it. That is not true. It takes a lot of time and energy to lose 1 pound, and if you need to think about it in this way, think about a pound of butter. You drop that. So this is where things like that, or if you're looking to gain too, right? Maybe you ate a bunch of stuff and you've been bulking up, and all of a sudden you're like, what? I only gained 1 pound. I was really hoping I'd gain 2 or 3 this week. It's still progress, and that everybody's body is different, okay? So again, if you don't plant those seeds in the garden, you're not going to end up with a harvest. This is being careful of your intentions as well, as what I heard. So let's get one more message, please, Spirit. And they gave me 2. And the bottom of the deck is searching within. What I see and what I live is a mirror of my inner self. Not my outer, but my inner conditions are the source of my difficulties in life. With each of life's challenges, I search within to learn how I can grow stronger. Through this self-searching, I will find the best answers and the greatest healing. I study myself to transform myself. Everything changes, and in a good way, because we're transforming, right? We are coming out of this cocoon holding our own light. A soft light shines through my heart. It illuminates those around me and transforms everything. I focus and maintain a positive attitude in spite of all contradictions and difficulties I may see on the outer. I do not allow negativity to take control of me, but remain a source of true joy. I free myself of doubt, and I am filled with pure light, the source of happiness. And I think it's important as well here to remember We create our own happiness. Situations in our world, they may not always be the best. They may not always be optimal. What I heard is what we feel for our growth, but there's always a lesson that's meant to be learned. And how we handle ourselves in difficult or negative situations comes back on us as well. And what I heard is threefold. So this rule of three, meaning that, oh gosh, okay, I got an example. Like, if we don't get our gravy, I know someone who did this, so that's why I'm laughing, but if we don't get our gravy, okay, let's say, and we went through a drive-through, if we go through after screaming at the person and making them cry through the drive-through because we didn't get it, that shit comes back to us. We can politely walk in, go say, hey, I get you're busy, you guys are missing my gravy, and they're going to give it to you, right? I think it's really important here again on if someone upsets us or if we're experiencing minor difficulties in life, if we freak out and allow this energy, this angry energy to reverberate and to ripple through, that comes back to us as well. So this is what I heard is, again, remembering to remain calm, and in these moments of turmoil, searching within, go, okay, I'm hella triggered right now. What can I do to help alleviate this triggering? For some of you, what I heard is deep breath, breathing exercises. And we have stand tall and strong, firm in your beliefs, firm in your convictions, strong in your faith, my friends. I do not allow myself to be carried away by negative thoughts. I strive to be positive. I face all my challenges with strength and courage. I will not be denied or turned away. I live each moment in joy and peace and leave my future in God's hands. I believe in life because life believes in me. And this is, again, where we may find ourselves in something that we consider a negative situation, but we don't have to allow it to turn us negative. We don't have to allow it to turn our hearts negative. We may be around other people, is what I heard as well, that have a pretty negative viewpoint on life, a pretty negative standpoint on life. My birds are very vocal right now. So for some of you, what I heard is pay attention to the birds. We don't have many butterflies floating around right now. I live in Canada, and it's almost December, right? So it's almost winter. You're probably not going to see that, but if you live somewhere else where it's a warmer climate, you absolutely might see butterflies. Look for them because it's a sign transformation is on the horizon for you. As well as what I heard is, I heard the swallowtail, so the yellow and the black with a little bit of blue. They could be really, really significant, as well as the monarch. But if you're around people who know how to trigger you, this is your active place of transformation to go, I see what you're doing. It's not going to work. You're not going to control me like that. As well as what I heard is, if you are the recipient of some screaming jerk off coming through the drive-through, do not internalize that. That is their shit, not yours, okay? So I'm going to grab a message here. They want me, before I turn into tarot, I do have the Lord of the Rings tarot, but I have the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. And Spirit, can you tell me about searching within? How can we move through this energy, taking care of ourselves, please? Thank you. And we have meditate that's flown out. This can be chanting some mantras. I am calm, I am stable, I am safe. This could be taking deep breaths in and out and connecting with Source. This could be listening to music, cleaning your house, getting a workout in, taking a walk, something that clears your mind and makes you feel calm. I'm going to give you actually the affirmation for this as well, and I opened right into it, and it is, I am at peace. So throughout whatever's happening, if you're noticing other people's unpeacefulness, okay, is the way I'm coming into you, right? Their drama, their hardships, and it's something that you are starting to get affected by. Remember, I am at peace. I am not at war with myself. I am at peace with myself. And as well as this, if you see, it's kind of like a greeny blue. One of the ways that we stay at peace is by following our heart-centered truth, living by our truth, honoring our heart, and what I heard is speaking our truth as well, not holding it in when it needs to be. For some of you, this comes down to this I stand tall and strong, because we are going to have people in our worlds who, what I heard is, may want to diminish you, who may not like that you are practicing your strength, who may not like they can't manipulate you anymore. That's fine. That's their feelings, but you need to stand tall and strong here and know that Source Spirit, it has you. And if you look at these two cards, okay, this, I want to say kid, but it kind of reminds me of, like, if you've ever seen the movie The Little Buddha, but he's got this power in his hands, knowing it's transformation. And then you see here, Source, you're standing in their hands. That while you have the power at your hands and your will to do what you need to do, Source has your back going, it's okay, honey. You have the power, and we got your back for you to stand tall and strong, speak your truth, and go about how you need to go about in this world. Because what I heard is no one else has to live through the karma but you, right? So we reap what we sow, and we cannot get a crop if we don't plant the garden. The bottom of the deck is spend some time with animals. This could be your cat, your dog. Literally, you could be, what I heard is a farmer. You could be in forestry, right? And this is just that they're drawing me attention to this little squirrel or chipmunk, noticing the animals around you, as well as what I saw here is be still. Funny, right under its movement, be still and movement. And under that, and this is the last one I want to show you, was connect with your womb. This card actually showed itself to me when I was pre-shuffling, and I found it interesting because I was like, well, not all the people who watch me are going to be women. But for some of you, I'm drawn to the fallopian tubes. For some of you, what I heard is this is a place of power, okay? For some, if you do not identify as a like if you identify more as a masculine or a man and you do not have a womb, this is just reminding you of your creative power within. But I think it's very interesting to be still in movement. This is not necessarily contradictory. This is potentially, what I heard is not rushing and rushing around. This is moving our bodies in ways that feels good to break up the energy, the stagnant energy. But knowing that we don't need to busy ourselves and bustle around. What I heard is it's perfectly okay to go to work, come home, and enjoy your space. You know that there's probably memes if you've seen it. It's like, you know, of course I'm going to come home and spend time in my house. I paid the rent. I paid for it. I'm going to get my money's worth. So this also is when you are sleeping at night, for some of you, what I heard is, and what I'm seeing is, it's very important for you to make sure that your hands are open, receiving, and gratitude. So I'm going to grab the Lord of the Rings Tarot now and see what messages we have from Spirit. Spirit, can you give me a little bit of tarot wisdom? Thank you. Two of Cups, which also showed itself in the pre-shuffle. I want to say the pre-flop. We're not playing poker here. But for some of you, if the poker reference resonates, don't show your hand. Make them call. For some of you, what I also heard is you may be pregnant. With that, connect to your womb, or you may be looking to get pregnant. You may be looking to start a family. And what I heard is, you get the Four of Swords, that this situation is better than the last. It's not the same as the last. For some of you as well, as what I heard is if you do not want to have babies, this is also what I heard with the fallopian tubes. Some of you may be looking and kind of wondering if going in for tubal, tying your tubes or tubal, I'm not sure what it's called, but that's potentially there. You have the Four of Swords, though, that I think it's important here with this be still. Just rest your mind. You are loved. You are lovable. And the seeds that you've sown, they're coming to you. So the more love you put out into the world, that's going to come back. And this is saying as well, I think, as we search within and we know when we're treating others with love and respect, we're going to know when they come at us and it's not of love and respect. And if someone is going to do that, we go, I don't think you're my Two of Cups. So I'm going to get a little bit more here, but I do feel like with this Four of Swords, it's saying rest your mind, rest your weary heart. Whatever situation in the past has caused you pain, it's not here anymore. For some of you, I heard October again, so this may be something that we're living through or reliving. Spirit, can you tell me a bit about this Two of Cups with the Four of Swords? And you have the King of Rings. So Pentacles here, this definitely could be you, Virgo. This could be another earth sign, Taurus or Capricorn. But I think that it's really important here to notice that he's wearing a mask and wielding this eye. For some of you, I do hear like this could be you coming into your own power, realizing you don't need anybody else materially. You financially can support yourself. Others of you, this is, you know, you're stable, you're resting your mind because you know your worth. Others of you, there is someone in your midst, and this could be who you walked away from, who is not being truthful. And what I heard is something about wielding power here. So I want to grab a message from this little book here and find the King of Rings for you. I'm also thinking wrestling when I see that. You know, it used to be the King of the Ring, but the King of Rings. The King of Rings represents pursuit of wealth, ambition, and prosperity. Now, it doesn't mean you will attempt to industrialize the world like Saruman, but it does mean there is an energy in your life that knows how to get results. This could be you or someone else, but either way, this card indicates you have fully manifested your desires, which also speaks to me of that you reap what you sow. If you're putting the hard work in, if I also heard maybe potentially saving money, that you're getting the things that you want. Again, with this eye, though, there is a cautionary, I heard heed the precautionary tale, right? Knowing, showing me with the womb, that if babies aren't something that you want to have right now, taking precautions. But also I think that this is a really fertile time, because what I heard is, guys, we've matured. This is definitely, you have matured. You have climbed up this ladder, and again, coming from those past experiences, you realize, you know, what I heard is that's not your fault, okay? What we need to do, though, is realize that what do we do when we have to encounter these difficult energies? For some of you, I also heard you're learning the no contact rule. Tell me more about this King of Rings. So, we have these, and the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords. We've learned some lessons. Potentially the hard way, okay? But what I heard is, as well, we kind of may be a little more wise to, if you do have someone around you who's manipulative or who likes to scream at people going through the drive-thru, you know that that's not your shit. And there's nothing binding you to have to speak to this person. What I did, however, here, we have the Fool, and I'll tell you what I heard in a minute. We have the Eight of Swords and the King of Wands in reverse. Okay. This is you moving past and learning, going, you know what? Much like this Four of Swords, we have the Ten of Swords here. We're putting an end to this. We're letting go of something that's been really hard on our mind, something that may have pierced us. And if you think about the spiders, they're trying to keep you there so they can suck the lifeblood out of you. This as well could be reactionary, somebody who's not incredibly stable, very passionate, yes, but what I heard is anger issues. So in terms of that King at the top, some of what you may have realized is that, again, you don't have to engage with this person or this group of people if they can't get their shit in order and they can't keep their temper to themselves. So what I heard before was, if you have children with this person, and whether it feels like this energy is from a past. So it does feel like if you do have children with someone who's manipulative, who has anger issues, you don't need to talk to them all the time. There is absolutely nothing that says we need to talk every day. What I heard is, as well, is you can be short, simple, to the point. When discussing pickup and drop-offs, have that talk. But if it's throughout the week or something like that, and it has nothing to do with children, you can set boundaries to say, look, I, at this point, want to have, I need to live my life. So we need to kind of reduce our contact, right? Reduce the amount we're communicating, because swords are here, right? And especially if you feel like this person may be volatile, I definitely get Capricorn energy here, guys, is what I heard as well. Definitely could be Capricorn Sag here. This could be your energy as well, Virgo, because it is Earth sign. I feel like the stable one is you. Your energy is stable. But there's another individual showing up here that you have walked away from. And this is your shot. This is your shot at freedom. This is your shot to reap what you sow. So this is going to take us really letting go of some of the, what I heard is the negativity, the negative thoughts, the loops that this person may have instilled in you. As well as with this King of Wands, It feels like Magician in reverse energy, like somebody very manipulative. And what I heard is it's taken you a long time to, if you're with a new partner, to come to a place that you feel comfortable and safe within this relationship, and to learn that it's not them. This is not them. This is a completely different person. But with this here, you also have the 6 of Wands under here. So this is victory and success. The World was under there in the reverse as well, and so is the Magician with the Devil under there, which definitely is Capricorn energy. But these 3 cards right here to me, as well as the Fool, it speaks of the universe, that there may be a cycle not done, and this cycle is going to come when you take control of your world and you stand up for yourself, because the more we let this person in, the less peace and clarity we're going to have. So with these 2 cards, the 6 of Wands, there's absolute victory. There is something, what I heard is things are going to go your way. And this could be in life, this could be in love, this could be in your ventures as well. But this is also what I heard is something about crossing swords. But this is Wands. There is a few swords crossed here. So this is not Wands. But this is, there's a lot of different directions you can go. And it's okay to have a lot of different things on your plate as long as they're fulfilling you, fulfilling a need, and they're making you happy. They're not something that you feel bound to. But this, I feel like, is going to say there's going to be spots where if these swords are crossed, you're like, nix. Because they're not healthy and they're not good for my mental health. So I'm going to grab a message here from the Keeper of the Light Oracle before I move on. They do want me to show you one last card from the Sacred Self-Care Oracle, and it is Fairies. Look to the fairies, look to the magical in this world. I feel like for some of you as well, you may have really believed in magic, and others have told you, that's for babies. That's disregard, okay? So right at the bottom, I want to show you this because Master Buddha showed up with Mercury and open communication down there. Increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Spirit, what else do you have for some Ascended Masters that are with us at this time? Definitely the Buddha is asking you to be aware of your own thoughts, be aware of your feelings, and be aware how you feel when you're around certain people. Do you feel safe? Do you feel protected and loved? Do you feel like they're trying to stir shit up and trying to usurp your energy or suck your energy? Are they that person going through the drive-thru screaming? Because if they are, this is going to affect your vibration. And with Serpus Vey here, you have ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. And this is going to be some places where, again, we're also going to be seeing our own actions, realizing where we need to transform some of our transgressions as well. What thought forms no longer benefit our soul. And who may be trying to catch us in a web of lies and needs to go. I did hear truth as well, and you have Bridget here with inner strength. Oh, it didn't come up. So strength has come up in a few readings. I did Leo before this, and some of you are on cusp of Leo and Virgo. You may also resonate with this, but Bridget with inner strength says move back to wholeness, recognize that you have the power, because you always did. It never left you. But what I heard is someone's imprinted in our minds that they had the power. But you've had it all along to carry this fire to burn bright and shine bright within you. Just as everything changes, you have the power on how you transcend and how you move forward. You also have this fire energy within you. And like that's the power to do, my friends. Because no one else can do this for you. So what I heard is move on in love. If you are being triggered in a new relationship and it's feeling like something that happened from the past, communication, communication, communication. You may also, there's 2 things, okay? So for one, you may want to make sure that you do talk to the current partner that you have or future partners and say, I've been in a pretty abusive relationship, because maybe it's not you, but there's something here I'm picking up on, like a narcissistic individual, narcissistic abuse, and that is something that could take us years and years and years to realize just how deeply we were in, how much they changed us and tried to take away from us. And this could really mean that for a while, we're taking steps to find ourselves. So for some of you, if you're not in partnership right now, Spirit's like, hey, take your time, because you want to get back to wholeness in you, back to loving yourself before you're going to offer yourself to another. Because what I heard is many of us could still not be whole within ourselves because the damage that was done was so extensive, especially if it's been a long time. So, but there's more to that. That if you are in this new relationship as well, being very aware, okay? Because what I heard is as well, hopefully your partner is super supportive. And this could be friends, family members as well. Hopefully they're understanding and work to not do that. I'm being guided to say that we could also have traded one for another, but thought, well, they're not as bad. And they could still be within a similar pattern that we are working on. So it could be a hurt codependency, right? So some people, especially if they're trying to trick us, and if this is a new relationship, pay attention to the red flags, my friends. I am actually going to get the romance angels for you because I feel really drawn to. But paying attention to the red flags, as well as if you tell them something that has happened to you and they do it, right away, question that shit. And it may be what I heard is like grounds for dismissal, grounds for disposal. Because there are people who, I'm thinking of a book actually called Silence No More. And the woman's talking about she's been at the hand of a lot of sexualized violence. And she opened up to a partner about what's happened to her. And she was talking about how that partner started doing things like that and role playing things like that. Like it excited him. And where her, it's almost like, well, you've already been through it, so it's no big deal. It's how he's feeling. And this is no. You will not allow people to continue abuse, even if it's a different person, paying attention to those red flags, okay? I don't think that's for many people, but everything does change. And this partnership is not like the last. But this reaping what we sow in our worlds, if we start to see red flags, we start to see similar behavioral patterns, or we tell them about our wounding and they use this against us, this is grounds to get up and walk our asses the fuck away, okay? Doesn't matter how butthurt they are that you're leaving or if they can't understand it, because your peace and your clarity and your heart, they're worth more than anything. So I love you all. I hope that this resonates. I hope it finds you well. And I truly, truly hope that your next steps are built for you and they're bright and shiny and you have a clear vision of the way. So, mwah, I love you all and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.